Hello, all sentient beings, and welcome to the Transmissions Podcast, where we talk all Hasbro, Takara, and third-party Transformers! This week, Dr. Pants joins us as we talk about the new Golden Disc War for Cybertron collection, and we have great news about Victory Saber. It's funded, and we have a Tier 3 reveal. Will we be able to convince Charles to pre-order it? Today is Wednesday, October 6, 2021, and this is episode 454 of Transmissions.
Welcome to Transmissions, the podcast that understands with conventions coming back, it's going to be great to buy cool things. But seeing friends again, that's worth the price of admission. I'm your host, Charles, aka Big C, and I'm joined by the excellent Transmissions team. Jeremy, aka Yakko.
Hey, how's it going?
Scott, the illustrious Dr. Pants.
Hello, everyone.
And Daryl, the Cybertronian Beast.
It's just good to be seen, Charles. Let's talk Transformers.
I see you.
Thank you.
All right, as always, we start off the show by thanking our Donatreons, those lovely people who give us money on Patreon and PayPal. Thank you guys so much for continuing to support the show. It really energizes us and keeps us going, and keeps the lights on too. We really appreciate all your support. And this week, it's I don't know if people won the lottery, but we got a lot of new Donatreons. So
I feel like we won the lottery.
Clearly. So we've got first of all, we've got two new yearly Donatreons. So they are contributing for the whole year. They've already they've already given us the money. They can't take it back now. And that is Vapai and Lord Shackleford. I hope I'm pronouncing your names right. But Vapai actually sent a message on Patreon, said, "Love you guys. Keep up the good work and keeping me sane at work." So we're happy to do that. Glad we can help you out. And we also have the return of an old school Donatreon, good friend of ours, longtime listener and supporter of the podcast. And that is Dual Mirrored Gridwork. He's back after a long absence, a long hiatus. Dual Mirrored Gridwork, great to see you back.
Welcome back.
Come on the Discord and hang out, chat with us. And last but very much not least, we have one more brand new, shiny masterpiece Donatreon, Curtis. Curtis. Drum roll.
That works. I'm good with that.
That seems appropriate. No, we have to do it every time.
Curtis, you're awesome, amazing. Thank you so much. And we really, you're awesome. So, Curtis, get ready to hear your name at the end of every show. Thank you. And that's what you paid for, and we really appreciate it. So we'll come over the Discord and introduce yourself. Let us know how long you've been listening, because I don't think at least I don't remember if we've had a chat before. But yeah, Curtis, you're awesome. He sent us a message, happy to support you guys. So
we are happy to be supported.
Yeah.
And all of you join Discord. It's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. We just had Anna Malkova join this week.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Really?
Yeah, Anna's in here now.
Yeah.
She's not listening currently, but she's in the Discord now, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Honest to gosh, current Transformers comics artist. So very cool. All right. We also have a little bit of additional feedback from our longtime Donatreon, DJ Ronan, who has a suggestion. He says, "I have an odd suggestion, but I think it has been ping-ponging in my head for a couple of weeks now. Big C, when you thank the donatrons, you normally say who give us money via PayPal and Patreon. I am by no means an English major or Dr. Ronan Esquire, but in my head, we would like to thank those that support us via PayPal and Patreon. Just sounds less like street corner begging. Got some change for a podcast. LOL. You could replace us with the podcast network. There is zero need to change on my behalf, just something that has been rattling inside my head along with the rusty screws. You know, I've been known to correct people's language and grammar before, so I'm happy to take constructive criticism. I don't know if I'll actually change because it's hard to it's kind of hardwired at this point, so I'll have to see if I can modify. But it's a reasonable.
To be honest, I'm kind of on DJ Ronan's side on this. I think it sounds better to me, but you do you.
But isn't it kind of a running gag here on transmissions that you guys seem like you're asking for money? I mean, isn't that why there's a certain recurring character who pops in every now and then from overseas?
He's gone.
Oh,
he's I believe we did get a memo. He's undergoing some kind of name changement. It's we're trying to figure out
rebranding.
He's trying to figure out a new name for himself, and it's taking longer than it should.
That's why I didn't say anything, but I was really, really hoping he wasn't gone forever.
Charles is very happy. Charles is very happy that he's not been showing up.
And now DJ Ronan in the chat saying we shouldn't change because apparently we got 4 new people this week.
All right. Anyway, it's really great to have all these awesome donatrons, people supporting the show. But let's talk about all the stuff you guys get. So this week is a very good time to become a new donatron because we've got another uncut episode of Empire of Rust. This is our Transformers live play RPG podcast run by our awesome editor and producer, Mike. And they're up to episode 60. They've just started season 2. So this is the 3rd episode in season 2. Of course, this is an early bonus episode. This is lots of stuff that was trimmed out of the episode is left in there. So this is the uncut bonus episode. This is only available for donatrons. It came out just this week on October 4th. So if you should already have access to it on the Patreon page. And the regular episode of Empire of Rust, episode 60, will be out next week, next Monday, October 11th. So if you are a donatron, you get that episode early, and you can listen to it right now. Also, we've got the first episode of our Empire of Rust Transmissions collaboration. So this is going to be a 6-part story. This is continuing the story from last year, A Hell by Any Other Name. That was the first collaborative that featured me as Scrap Heap and Jeremy as CMOS. This time, unfortunately, Jeremy couldn't make it, so it's just me, Scrap Heap, joining a bunch of other new companions, including the return of one of our old friend Yoshi. He's back. He came and helped us out for a little bit. But this is The Rabbit, the Winch, and the Wardrobe. So that's the first part of this Empire of Rust side story, and this is exclusive to our Donatron, so it is also available on the Patreon page. So if you want access to that, if you are a big Empire of Rust fan, you want all the Empire of Rust stories and RPG goodness, check that out on our Patreon page. And if you are a Donatron, you already have access to it. And one more awesome goodie for this week is our monthly Toy Hacks $10 gift code drawing. This is also another thing that our donatrons automatically get entered into this raffle every month. And if you are a Masterpiece donatron or one of our higher tiers like Curtis, you get 2 entries in this drawing every month. So double your chances. So, Jeremy, are you ready to pick not you, but is your assistant ready to pick a winner?
Let's see. Computer, are you ready?
I'm ready when you are.
All right. If she could give us a random number between 1 and 91, we will select the winner of the September Toy Hacks drawing.
Computer, give me a random number between 1 and 91.
Here's a number between 1 and 91. It's 43.
Sledge.
Oh,
Awesome.
Congratulations,
when you
Sledge.
leave feedback on every single freaking post on YouTube. Good job, Sledge.
Awesome.
Very good.
So you get a $10 gift code to use any way you like at toyhacks.com. Buy some labels for any of your Transformers figures and enjoy putting them on.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Charles.
Yeah.
Pick another one. Pick somebody else too.
Okay.
Same number?
Sure.
Yeah, we got two. We got two this month to give away. Remember?
Oh,
that's right. I forgot about that.
I didn't.
Until
right,
this, you did until this very moment.
Yeah. Same numbers, 91?
Yeah, so random number between 1 and 91. And if it comes up 43 again, we'll just pick again.
Computer, give me a random number between 1 and 91.
Here's a number between 1 and 91. It's 80.
That is Nathan Webb.
Nathan Webb. All right, awesome. Artist, UK artist, right?
Yes.
Right on. Congratulations, Nathan and Sledge. Good job, guys.
They worked very hard to win.
Right on. I'll get in contact with both of you guys and get your emails, and we'll figure out the codes and such.
Now let's jump right in and talk about some toys. That's what we're here to do.
All right, and we're going to jump right in with what we've been doing the last couple weeks. It's been moving fast. This is our weekly update to the Haslab Victory Saber project. All right. So the biggest news about the whole thing is it funded. We during the week it hit the 11,000 needed backers. That came pretty quick when it was announced that Haslab was going to the Takara Tommy Mall pre-orders for Japan were going to go live for the project, with Victory Saber being a Japanese character. This is no surprise. So the Japanese audience came through and really backed this project hard. So it's it's still going too. It's I don't know what it's at right now, right this very moment.
12,863.
There you go. So it's still going hard, but we've got a little ways to go to get to that first level of the tiers. The stretch goals, but let's hope we make it. I have faith. We have 8 days left, I think, and a few hours. But yeah, so they also released color images of the prototype in color. I guess the pictures would be in color, I guess. But so the prototype is color now. It's not just a render. And
you have 5 days when you're listening to this episode.
Oh, well, there you go. But yeah, so as of right now, when we record this, it's 8.
7 days.
7? Okay. But yeah, so and also, I believe it was today that they announced, maybe yesterday, they announced the tier 3 stretch goal. So this would be for 20,000 backers. It's a lot, but who knows what we'll get to. But this is the shield. This is the I don't know. Does it have a specific name? I don't think so. It's just the shield, but it kind of fits. I mean, it's Star Saber's shield. It's kind of necessary for Star Saber. It looks great. It's an odd thing to not have right up front there with, the big ass gun, seeing as you're getting the stand before the shield. I know this is, point of contention with many people, including many on the podcast right here. So, let's talk about it for a bit quickly. Dr. Pants, what do you think of this the shield and your thoughts on the whole project here.
Well, number one, I am pumped that this got backed. I was a backer day one. I absolutely love Star Saber. I'm a huge fan of the Japanese Transformer series, and I mean, Star Saber ticks all of my boxes, so I'm really, really glad we're getting it along with the Victory Leo so we can get Victory Saber. I wasn't here when you guys talked about like Tier 2, which was a stand. I personally kind of like that as a tiered bonus because you don't need the stand, and I think the stand just looks cool. Tier 3 being the shield, I have a problem with. I know we get the 2 Micromasters, which that's fine. Those are fine for Tier 3, but the shield, no, that should be included with Star Saber. Like, that's one of his accessories. That is not an excess accessory. That should just come with him. So I'm pretty upset that that's a Tier 3 bonus, particularly because I don't think with the time we have, we're going to hit Tier 3. Now, this could end up being like a Unicron situation where it explodes at the very end and we suddenly see an influx of backers from because of different websites who took pre-orders and whatnot, but I'm not holding hope for that. But Star Saber's funded, we're getting him, and most likely we're going to get that V-Lock cannon, which is really cool and is pretty essential for Victory Saber himself. So I'm just really, really excited, and this thing can't get produced soon enough.
Yeah. Charles, last I checked, you hadn't backed the project yet. Do any of these new pictures or the, possibility of this big ass shield, kind of put you to the, put your feet to the fire on this?
Not really, but I probably will back it. I mean,
Everyone else on this podcast.
Yeah, mm-hmm. I better set a reminder for myself so I don't forget.
Why don't you just do it now? Just hop on there and back it right now so you don't forget.
No, that's too much multitasking. I'm too old for that.
I backed it on the show.
I'm older than you.
You forget how old Charles is.
I'm pretty sure I was in the middle of teaching a class and I stopped and I'm like, oh, this went live. Let me pre-order this quick. Hold on. Science can wait.
Excuse me, kids. I have to order a Transformer.
All my skill points went into memory. I don't have anything else.
I guess that's true.
I will probably back this. If I don't back it, if I'm on the show next week and I haven't backed it and I missed my chance, I owe you a Coke.
Anyway, Jeremy, the project's backed. We know we're getting it. My question to you is, they've announced a bunch of cool shit here as tiers. What do you think the chances are that, regardless of where this thing kind of ends, they just throw all this shit in anyways?
Seeing how Unicron ended, I'm pretty convinced that suddenly the numbers are going to jump up enough to at least get to the stand, which does annoy me because I really think the stand should have been Tier 1. I mean, it's just, it's a good looking stand, but it's like, woohoo, a stand. I mean, the gun looks great. The shield and the 2 bots that come with it, they look great. I'm not as familiar with the original toy and stuff, so I didn't know that the shield just kind of came with the original toy, but I think those are all good for tiers. The stand is just, it should have just been kind of the get it out of the way and get to the others. I'm worried about Tier 3. We'll see where it ends up. It's at 12,000, almost 13,000 now. So I think once the orders from the online stores like Big Bad Toy Store and TF Source come in, that will really help it bump up. Plus the Takara side, I imagine that's going to still be going pretty strong.
It's just going to keep going until it's over.
Yeah. I mean, so I really think it's going to have, a huge, spike right at the end. A huge dump of people backing it right at the end overnight.
Right on. Well, that's the update for the Haslab Victory Saber. We are going to leave it at that. And hopefully we have some more news next week. But I'm going to move into my next thing, and which is my actual topic, and that is Takara leaked, or maybe not leaked, but they posted on their Twitter a very kind of suspicious tweet, which announced an Mpg Transformers project, and didn't say a whole heck of a lot. The tweet was then deleted, and somebody went and found the picture. I don't know how that kind of sorcery works, but they pulled it from like the ether and then posted it online, which I guess then led Takara to kind of repost their tweet. Either way, the Mpg Collection has been worked out to being the masterpiece Raiden, and they showed off, or don't know whether it was official, but this seems to be one of those kind of like magazine pictures of the Shoki figure that we kind of got a leaked image of a little while ago. And this one here is fully painted now, but the quality is not great. It's got some Japanese language, kind of like a warning or whatever. Do not copy. I don't know, something like that stamped over each picture. But it does show the first piece of this Raiden combiner, this masterpiece Raiden combiner, fully painted up and transformed into all three components that it does do. This is an interesting kind of further step, because we do know that this project is progressing. It's moving forward. We did get that leaked image of the Shoki figure a few weeks back that was very unfinished. There was no paint apps on it, and you could see the clear plastic on the figure. This one here definitely looks like it's finished, just the pictures are shit. I'm going to start with Dr. Pants. I don't know whether we talked about it when you were on, because we did talk about that leaked image, but Masterpiece Raiden. We've got this first figure that they're working on. What are your thoughts on it, and is it a possibility? What do you think?
So I really want a Raiden, because I need it for the Japanese Transformers collection, and I'm super excited for this. This looks really cool. At the same time, there's also Moon Studios, who's doing their masterpiece version, which looks positively gigantic. And I had originally pre-ordered all that, canceled it because other things got in the way, but it's been since pushed back, so we'll see. But we'll also talk about that later. This whole project is a little weird for me, because originally when it got announced, I was really concerned with it being a masterpiece combiner, because masterpiece prices have skyrocketed, and I did not want to have to rely on spending, $150 to $200 per piece, and this thing is 6 pieces. On that note, and I think you guys did bring it up in an episode, and maybe I was on there, and I went looking for it, and I cannot find the article anywhere, but I see other people talking about that they also read it, that this is designed with Combiner Wars, like some piece of Combiner Wars logic intact with it, and some people are saying that it might be more in scale with Combiner Wars, because of something that was released with it. So it might not be as gigantic and masterpiece scaled, or maybe just not as big as we think it'll be. I don't know. I'm hoping that's true, because that would cut the cost and I'd be more readily excited to buy it. But again, I can't find the piece of news that said that, but I know there's other people online who do remember seeing it also, and I'm kind of waiting to see what the price is on it. But on that, I think this looks really cool. The train looks awesome. The robot looks positively blocky and super 80s looking, and I love it. And I can't wait to see more of this.
Mm-hmm. Now, what you're talking about is something that I responded to a question about this on Reddit this morning. And I responded to that question with simply putting the leaked image in my comment, saying, there's nothing in this picture, and I'm going to post the picture in the Donatreon's chat so everyone can see it, but there's nothing in the picture to tell you how big this thing is, but you can kind of make out certain things on this image to show, how large this is. And it feels like it's much bigger than, it's going to be much bigger than Combiner Wars Devastator. That's just my feeling on it. But I get what you're saying. You know, the person that wrote or asked the question on Reddit, assumed or was hoping that Masterpiece Raiden, all total 6 figures, was going to be the same price as Combiner Wars Devastator.
Oh, no.
Right?
No. Yeah, no way.
And I had to... I don't know. We don't know the price, but I posted this picture and said, look, these things are bigger. These figures are bigger. And, you know, they seem to... I don't know where they found this information, but they said that they found a price of 19,800 yen for this figure. Now, is that... I don't see that as part of the story that we're talking about right now, but if it ends up being like that, it's you know, that's about, you know, around $200. I don't have the conversion right here, but $200 US, and it's, you know, that's going to be per figure. That's my theory on it because of the size of these figures and the price point of modern Masterpiece. So, you know, if that's true, you know, 200 times 6, you're looking at a possible $1,000+ figure here, which is a lot. So that Moon Studios one is looking a lot better when it's only 6 figures at $100 a piece, right? So, yeah, but we don't know.
I don't think it's going to be the same thing as the Combiner Wars Devastator. It was just, I remember something being said in an official story about something and this tied to Combiner Wars, but I cannot remember what the exact language was.
Right.
And like I said, that's what I'm hoping it's not as... I'm hoping it's not scaled to be Masterpiece scale, because to be perfectly honest, if you scale a train in Masterpiece scale, that thing's going to be huge anyway.
Right.
So I'm hoping it's smaller, but we'll wait and see.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Charles, you like trains?
No, that's Jeremy.
Oh, Jeremy likes trains.
Yeah.
Charles, you've ridden on trains.
Also Jeremy.
Yep.
Oh man, I'm batting 1,000.
You've ever ridden on a train?
No, I have.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I've ridden on a train.
Charles, what are your thoughts on this? It's, you know, do you think, you know, this is potential? I know that you're going to talk about something very closely related to this in you know, when your turn comes, but what are your thoughts on the Mpg Collection and their project here?
I mean, I think I have a lot of the same questions that Dr. Pants had. Like, what is the price point of 6 Masterpiece figures, and are they going to be bigger than the Combiner Wars Devastator? Or, you know, I wonder, like, just the structure of the Combiner, is it going to be able to hold together with, like, are the pieces going to weigh enough, like, is the weight going to be distributed evenly so that it doesn't fall apart, and that you can actually pose it in the combined mode? I mean, I would love to see this, like, all this completed and see what it looks like. I mean, I'm not a huge Japanese Transformer collector, so I probably would not pick this up for myself, but I would definitely like to see this, and I'd like to compare this to the third party train bots that we're going to talk about a little bit later. I would definitely like to see both of these things come to fruition and see a side-by-side comparison.
And Jeremy, apparently this is right up your alley. What do you think of this? And would you lean towards the official Masterpiece, or you know, go for the Moon Studios one?
I mean, I would have to see more. I mean, likely I'm not going to get either. I do like trains, and I have been on trains. I'm wondering about the size. I can see what you're saying with it being possibly bigger. It's so hard to tell. There's no sense of scale with this picture. I would hope it's bigger, but I can also see them doing I guess making use of some of the engineering they did with Combiner Wars, and maybe just the connectors are the same as Combiner Wars, but the figures are a little bit bigger. I don't know, but I'm interested in seeing this, but I'm likely not to get it just because of the price. I mean, especially if it's going to be upwards of $150 to $200 per figure, that is way out of my range. I mean, Devastator itself was what, $250 or somewhere around there?
170, 180.
Yeah. So, I mean, if it was even $250 to $300 for the whole set, then that's different. But I mean, it's going to look fantastic, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. With having kind of seeing Takara announce their MPG Transformers project, I kind of expect we're going to start seeing news on this a little bit more frequently now. It's been quite some time since anything official was announced for this. It was, I believe, 2019 that we saw anything official out of this. They were going to announce the Raiden project. I think it was called at that time. And it was going to be something to do, they were going to do during 2020. And obviously we know how that went. But we're going to follow this because it's official masterpiece and it's freaking cool. So,
do you think that it's going to show up on Hasbro Pulse?
Yes.
That's also something, if you're wanting to buy it, you might save some money going that route.
Yeah, but that's it. That's all I got this week. Jeremy, why don't you let us know what you have?
All right. I think Dr. Pants and I are going to team up on these. I've got a couple and he's got a couple. Hasbro has announced their War for Cybertron Golden Disc Collection in 4 chapters, and I have chapters 1 and 2 here. These are a shared Amazon exclusive with Hasbro Pulse also having it, and I believe it's sold out on Hasbro Pulse. But as Daryl was talking in the last thing, I was pre-ordering on Amazon, so they're still there.
So you can pre-order during the recording.
I did Star Saber during the recording when it went live.
And I've pre-ordered stuff during the recording before, too.
Well, la-dee-da.
These are going to come out on March 1st, 2022. And chapter 1 is Road Ranger and Puffer. And we've talked about the Puffer figure before when we had like a leaked image. These are both Pipes recolors. Road Ranger is more orangey and black, and Puffer is light blue and silvers. And they're essentially the same figure, though different heads. I think they look fun. The boxes for all 4 looks like they will combine, like you can stack them, and it's got a big picture of the golden disc in the middle. Like each box has a 4th of it. They have a whole storyline with the GoBot Road Ranger and the Autobot Pipes and Huffer. Like they're caught in a time vortex, and they go on this wild journey, and Huffer and Pipes fuse together and arrive on prehistoric Earth as Puffer. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see this story that they come up with, but I think this looks really cool. The other one I have here to talk about is this chapter 2 is Autobot Jackpot with Sights, which Jackpot is I believe he's a jazz remold. He's based off the Action Master, and he is like a yellow and black colored jazz remold, and he looks okay. It's Studio Series 86 jazz I'm seeing here with a new head. So, if you haven't gotten on the Studio Series, there's another chance to get the figure. And Sights is a redeco of the Siege Paradoxon. So he turns into a little axe, has blast effects. So Daryl, let's start with you. What are your thoughts on these first 2 chapters, these recolors? What do you think of them?
Not super excited. If people are really super excited about them, that's great. But they're just recolors of figures that exist already, and they are easy passes for me. I know that the Jazz is a good mold. It's fine. I have the 86 Jazz. It's a great fun mold. And the Pipes and the Huffer. I know. I think we're all still waiting for the official, the regular Pipes to come out. Other than that, I mean, the Huffer is a great figure too. I can easily pass on all of these without losing any sleep.
All right, cool. Well, I didn't mention the prices. The Chapter 1 with Road Ranger and Puffer is $41.99 US. Chapter 2 is $22.99. Dr. Pants, what are your thoughts on these two chapters?
I really like these recolors. I think they're really cool. Road Ranger and Puffer especially. I have Huffer. I love that mold. It is such a cool little mold with a lot of really cool transformations, and I think both these guys look really, really good. I love the black and orange and then the white and blue. I think they look great, and I've pre-ordered this set. If I don't feel like it, then I'll cancel it, but in all honesty, I think these both look really, really nice. I love the colors, and I love the alt modes and the robot modes together. They look really cool. Jackpot. I had Jackpot as a kid. I had a bunch of the Action Masters, so this was a cool blast from the past, and this is a character who hasn't had a modern figure, I don't think, in any capacity since the Action Masters. So this is a great way to bring this character back, and I'd love to see them bring back more Action Masters as transforming toys, because this looks like the Action Master if he could actually transform. They did a great job with this. I am going to complain about one thing, and this has been my problem since Siege. We were getting Target Masters in Siege, and we got Crosshairs, and we didn't get any others. But then they did Generation Select's Artfire with his Target Master, and that's cool. Why was Jackpot the first recolor of the Jazz mold, and we didn't get like Ricochet or / Stepper with his Target Master? Where's that?
Yeah.
Like, Hasbro, stop screwing me on Target Masters. Finish them off.
Yeah.
But whatever. I still like this figure, and I'll probably pick it up for the nostalgia. Like I said, I had Jackpot as a kid, so I might just grab this because, hey, my childhood. Nostalgia is important to Transformers fans.
It's all we got, really.
That and a lot of plastic.
Yeah. I think one of the things that I just realized looking at these, Road Rage, they call him a GoBot and he has an Autobot logo. That's a little annoying. They should have given him like a special GoBot faction symbol. Charles, does that annoy you?
Not especially. I mean, what kind of annoys me is 2 repaints of Huffer. I mean, that's an easy pass for me. I mean, I got the mainline Huffer release. I wouldn't mind a Pipes, maybe. I mean, I remember Pipes. I remember fondly for More Than Meets the Eye. R.I.P. Pipes. But 2 recolors of Pipes and Huffer, nah, no thanks. The Jackpot is slightly more interesting, but Jackpot I'd never had Jackpot as a kid, and yeah, he was also a minor character in More Than Meets the Eye, so that's cool. But I don't really have a big interest. So these are all nice. It's I see Hasbro committing to the niche characters in their exclusives channels, which I think is a good way to gauge interest in these characters and let people, who have interest get them. So that's good, but not for me.
All right. Well, to finish off this, we'll go to Dr. Pants. And what are chapters 3 and 4?
So chapters 3 and 4 are going to be Beast Wars themed characters rather than more G1 characters. So chapter 3 is Mutant Tigertron, who is up for pre-order on Hasbro Pulse and Amazon. And this is going to be a more classic tiger look. This is like the orange with black stripes and a little bit of white on him rather than the all white that Tigetron usually is. And he's got the mutant head, reminiscent of the mutant head on the G1 figure. And I'm pretty sure it's the same head sculpt that's coming on the Shadow Panther figure. But it looks really, really nice. The colors are good. Like I said, it looks like more like a classic tiger. And then the robot mode has some nice bits of teal with golden eyes. Everything looks painted really well. It's going to come with the tail whip, which doesn't have the blade on it like the Cheetor one does, but it does have the gut blaster. I think they call it a quasar cannon, but it's the gut blaster, that thing. But that looks really, really cool. Basically, I think this one's actually based off of original concept art for Tigetron, if I saw that correctly. And then chapter 4, we're getting Pterosaur. So not a niche character, not a niche repaint. This was a main character in Season 1 of Beast Wars, and we're getting a figure of him. This is a retool, kind of using the same skeleton as Airraiser, but red pterodactyl. That robot mode looks absolutely great. That face sculpt is perfect. He's got the sneer because he's an awful, awful person. Great character, terrible person. And the pterodactyl mode, the head sculpt on that, absolutely amazing. Looks like an angry pterodactyl chicken thing, which is what he should look like from the show. And I love it. I'm a little sad because personally, I actually am not getting too many of the Beast Wars characters in Kingdom, despite my love of Beast Wars. I have not been a big fan of these figures, so that, and I'm not a big fan of Pterosaur. I never had him as a kid. But this looks really, really cool. So for anybody who's collecting like the Season 1 Beast Wars characters and everything, this is a good one to jump on. I believe Pterosaur is going to be 22 and change on Amazon, and Tigetron should be around the 30 mark because he is a Voyager. Yeah. So, I mean, these look pretty cool. So I'll throw it to Daryl. You're the number one Beast Wars fan. You're getting these, right?
Well, I mean, you're right about me being the number one Beast Wars fan. That's unchallenged. But I will be avoiding these figures. They just don't speak to me. You know, the original Beast Wars figures are still out there, and they're still very prevalent. I just don't see the need for these figures in my collection. They're just not necessary. I like the remold of Pterosaur into the from the Airraiser mold. It's a really good job. They did a really nice job on this one. It looks fantastic. But I can live without it. It's just not my thing. And the Mutant Tigertron, I don't particularly like it. It looks like one of the alt mode looks like one of those dollar store Transformers, where it's like, you know, they made the real world, you know, animal, and then inside is this really shitty robot. But the alt mode on the outside looks like a dollar store Transformer.
I get what you're saying, because that's actually how I felt about the Kingdom Cheetor and the normal Tigetron. So I get you. Mm-hmm. I get you on that. Before I jump to the other two, I did forget to mention something, but we do also have a link on Twitter for Dennis Chan at Always Bumpin'. He was the one who did the design, the CG model for the Tiger for Mutant Tigertron. So he did the beast mode for that, and he also then tagged at Yamdraws, who did the beast mode for Pterosaur, and we get a little bit to see the CG modeling for that, so you can always check that out. But Charles, I mean, you're not the number one Beast Wars fan, but you kind of like Beast Wars. Are you gonna get these?
I'm a Beast Wars fan.
You are a Beast Wars fan, right?
I gotta say, I am impressed by the Pterosaur figure. Just the fact that they were able to retool that Airraiser figure into a pretty good, Pterosaur that reminds me of the show. I think the head sculpt is great. That little smirk is very cool. So if I were going to pick up any of these figures, it would be the Pterosaur. I don't know if I do love the Beast Wars show, but I was never big into the Beast Wars toys. And I have Black Arachnia and Airraiser already in the new Kingdom figures, so I don't know if I necessarily need this one. But it does look really nice and a really great representation of Pterosaur. So good job, Hasbro.
All right, then, Jeremy, what about you? Are you picking them up?
Well, I said before the show when we were talking about these just briefly that I wasn't going to get another version of this Airraiser mold, and now I have pre-ordered all four. So I guess I'm getting another version of the Airraiser mold. I was
showing off
not
your
a
mad
fan.
pre-order skills there.
Yeah. I have to prove that it is possible to record a podcast and pre-order things at the same time.
I mean, I'm with you. I pre-ordered the Puffer and Road Ranger and the Jackpot while we were sitting here. So
I think, like, Pterosaur, I was not a fan of him in the show at all. I mean, like you said, he's a good character, horrible person. And the fact that he was kind of killed off without really anyone noticing, like, the next episode, no one's like, what happened to Pterosaur? Oh, miss him. It was just gone. But this thing looks really great. It looks screen accurate. I am amazed at what they were able to do to change it from the Air Razor figure into this. It's great work. And also, he comes with the golden disc. So out of all of them, there's a picture of him holding the golden disc, and he's listed as being an accessory.
Oh, yeah. No, the other ones come with it, even though it's the Golden Disc Collection.
Right. Well, you have to go to the number 4 to get it. But so I'm happy about that too, because, you know, cool looking accessory. The Tigetron, I can definitely see the dollar store tiger look to it. It might be some of the posing here. I don't know, because I know that the white Tigertron figure is probably going to look better, but I think this looks fine. The robot mode looks really good. The head is like, okay, whatever. I wanted to get one of these figures. I don't have Cheetor, don't have, you know, many of the Beast figures yet. So this will be good to have. And I like tigers. Tigers are cool. So I'm looking forward to kind of forgetting that I pre-ordered all these and then showing up in March.
It's always nice when past Jeremy does things for future Jeremy, isn't it?
I know. Past Jeremy's awesome. And future Jeremy's like, he gets stuck with the bill.
Yeah. Past Jeremy's just concerned with giving you a nice little mini Christmas on your porch.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm in for all of these. I think they look fun, and I'm looking forward, like future Jeremy's looking forward to seeing this.
Fantastic. Well, I think that covers all of the Golden Disc collections. So, Charles, that leaves you. What do you got?
I have, I'm circling back around to Raiden, the train combiner, the Japanese train combiner. We have a third-party contender to the official masterpiece, Raiden. So we've talked about this. We've talked about this in past episodes, and we've talked about it in this show right now. Moon Studio is producing the train combiner set. They have the first 2 figures with color prototypes, and this is MS-01 Dark Knight, which is the G1 Getsui, and MS-02 Iceland, which is the G1 Yukikaze. So we've got prototypes there. And Dr. Pants, I know you said you had them pre-ordered at one point, but then you canceled the pre-orders. Has this enticed you to re-pre-order?
Yes, but I haven't done it on the show because while you were talking about it, I wanted to check the release dates, because originally the sets were broken up into 3 different release dates. There was going to be one in August, one in October, and then one in December. So you would have all 6 by December, but we're in October now, and none of them have come out. It looks like these 2 are still planned to come out October. So I might wait when I go to TFCon and see if they're there, and maybe pick them up there. But the paint scheme on this looks so nice. These look so pretty. I really, really like these. I love that we get to see all the modes on these, and just everything looks so good. And it's gonna be huge, and I don't need to spend the money. I backed Victory Saber. I don't know what to do. I want to get them. I wish if Takara or Hasbro had actually said any information on the MPG Raiden, that would make this decision a whole lot easier. But they might have lost me, because maybe I'll just get these. I don't know. Decisions.
You can just wait until like a week or so after they charge you for Victory Saber and then see how you're feeling.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. Well, by then it'll be just about TFCon time in Baltimore. So
there you go.
Again, hopefully these are out, and we'll see what my budget is, and maybe I'll grab them.
Cool. Yeah, I do like the fact that we have all their modes, so we see them both in their train modes and in their leg modes for the combiner. It looks like do they all come with these little train track accessories, or do they? Or is that?
They showed it off before that each one's coming with a section of track.
Ah, okay, I see. I wonder if if this track is standard to like other model train sets, or if it's.
I think we saw earlier they're compatible, or like they're in scale with like Lego train tracks.
Okay.
Because if you look at these, you can see little Lego nubs.
Well, this actually says that this track is not included because this is the match Lego track. I think they each come with a section of just straight track that you can display the train on.
But if the train works on this track
then
that they show, then it would be compatible with it.
This is true.
No, that's cool. But Jeremy, so yeah, what is are you in a similar dilemma as Dr. Pants?
No, I just pre-ordered for other sets, so so my pre-ordering is probably done for a while. But these things do look great. I love the colors on these. It looks like trains that have been used or in use for a while, so the colors aren't really popping. They're just, it's like, any standard commuter train that, has been in use. So the colors are more muted. And I think that really works for these. It's just, I don't know what really, how to explain it. It just, the colors really appeal. And then the robot modes look great. And I love that they have these big honking guns. That's obviously for the combined mode, but they show them with the individual figures, and I think that's really cool. So I'm a fan of train bots, but I've never actually, I don't think I've really had any, but I always like looking at them. So I'm interested to seeing this and live vicariously through Dr. Pants.
All right. And Daryl, what do you think of these figures? And are these going to be added to your collection?
Oh, man. I almost pre-ordered all of these things about 2 weeks ago. I had some money, and I wanted some big bots. But I wanted them now, and I didn't want to wait. So instead of pre-ordering the figures for Radiatron, I bought bigger bots that are on their way to me now. But these look great. They look so good. Looking at, these guys in their robot modes, you can tell why they're the first two to come out, because they're the exact same mold. They just, shelled them differently, so their trains look different. But their robot modes are identical. Different heads, different chest plates, and different colors, but these are the exact same robot modes. So when they form the legs, they're identical. They look a little different, but they're identical. So it works. And that's why, when you get these things, if these are the first two that come out, you're not getting a whole lot of variety with these two. They're the same. And it's going to be the exact same for the arms, too. They're going to be the exact same mold. They're going to look a little different, but they're going to transform the same. And I have no problem with that. It's symmetrical. It's just, the colors are different and the shapes are a little different, but the transformation works. And I don't mind that, especially if you've got to transform 6 figures multiple times to, go from, alt mode to robot mode to, component mode. If you've got only 4 transformations out of 6, then, it helps. But God, they look good. The number of times that I've considered selling Unicron and just putting the money down on this it's a lot. I mean, yeah, I have Unicron. Jeremy has it, actually, but at this point in time, I don't miss it.
You've never
I've
had
never
it.
had possession of it, but it's paid for. So, I mean, why not just sell the thing again and, put some money towards things that'll come to me. But, God, this thing looks so good.
What's Unicron going for?
I don't know.
A lot.
BBTS is still selling theirs for $1,500, so it's kind of shot mine in the foot. Anyway, it's gorgeous, and I kind of want it. Kind of want it really bad.
Yeah, and you already have Zeta Toys. Unicron,
Yeah,
so.
yeah, I do. So I'm not without a Unicron.
All right. Well, that's all our toy topics for this week. So we will move on to trips to the store. And this is where we show off all the awesome Transformers stuff we got this week. We do this as a video so you can see everything we got in beautiful high definition on our YouTube channel. And we'll put the audio right here in the show so you can keep listening as we describe everything we got in loving detail. So without further ado, trips to the store.
The Transmissions Podcast will return after these messages.
All right. Well, let's get into what we got this week. I'm going to go first because I don't have anything new. And I am continuing the purge of the stuff. And this is stuff I'm bringing with me to TFCon. So if anything looks interesting to you and you plan on being at TFCon, you might want to make me an offer. Last week I showed the Quick Switch I'm getting rid of, the Titans Return Quick Switch. Got more Titans Return stuff. These are clones. So this is that Autobot and Decepticon 2-pack clone pack. Of course, this is kind of obsolete now with the clones being re-released in the War for Cybertron line. But here, you can get one clone. One Autobot clone and one Decepticon clone.
Yeah, if you're a mint and seal box collector, there you go.
So that's what I'm showing off. Also, I backed Star Saber in time from.
Yay!
So now everyone has backed Star Saber.
Hooray!
Let's say go.
Actually, I don't want to get a copyright claim.
Oh,
I know that would get us a copyright.
yeah, but that song is my jam.
We get copyright claims for the stupidest stuff on our.
I'm with you on that.
All right, so let's move on to Jeremy.
All right, I got nothing new, but I have been talking about this figure and not opening it for weeks. So finally, I opened my Studio Series Cup.
Cool.
He is great. I love the gimmick with the limbs coming off. That's just fantastic.
Fix me.
Yeah, I love how they did it. So the joints are on the piece that come off, so you can still move the arms and stuff. Having the little Energon goodie thing, that's just, he's great. The backpack doesn't bother me. I think it fits the figure. He posable, so he's going to go right next to the Hot Rod, and I think awesome figure. That is all I got because I've been out of town, don't have anything new.
All right, now, how do I decide which to go next? You guys have been duking it out.
Who has the most expensive toy? Like, what's the highest price toy he got?
Close to $200.
Nope. I ain't got that. I mean, price I spent or price that it would go for? Because I got some good deals, but I think the highest priced one is about $100.
All right, Dr. Pants, and you're up. I guess.
All right.
I guess
I'm
Daryl.
the idiot.
Daryl wins this round.
As I've said, if my package had shown up, this might have been a different story. I'm actually waiting on Fans Hobby God Armor to show up. That was supposed to show up this weekend, but it hasn't gotten here yet, so sadly none of that. But I have other cool stuff.
The mail service sucks right now.
I know. I'm going to start off with my least favorite figure I got throughout this past month, and it's Kingdom Trax. He's not great. He's not great.
Aw.
He looks really good. Like, I think the robot mode looks really good. It's a good representation of Trax. The transformation, it sucks. I hate it. I hate the leg transformation. It's super fiddly. The hood transformation, it doesn't quite lock in right. It feels like you have to force it. To undo it, I feel like I'm going to break it. I don't have the same problem with the legs that other people did where this part is really loose.
Oh, you're lucky.
Yeah, and honestly, if that had been a problem, this would have been the worst figure I have bought in a while. Other than that, he's just not fun to transform, but I'm trying to collect, the Season 1 Autobots, or Season 1 and 2, and you gotta have a track, so... this just means that I'm not going to get Road Rage, because I don't want this mold again. I don't need it again. But he does look good in robot mode. Also, when I got tracks, they also had a wing finger. And I'm not going to show off just wing finger, because I think he looks stupid by himself, so I combined him. But I didn't just combine him with Ractonite and Paleotrex. I combined him also with a bunch of other crap. And this is what I have made.
Nice.
So this is Brunt, Cog, and Six Gun, along with Paleotrex, Ractonite, and Wingfinger. I think my favorite part is the pterodactyl skull that's just on the crotch going up. I couldn't figure out where else to put it, so that's where it went. But I think when I get some time this week, I want to break down the Weaponizer Micromaster bases, because I have all 6 of those too, and I might try to figure out how to configure them into this. But for right now, this is him. Oh no!
Oh, looks like he wants to be broken down too.
There we go. It goes back in. It's fine. It's fine. He's just gonna
have like all the Weaponizer type characters combined into one thing.
That's what I want to do. I did hit up a convention last weekend. I actually did RetroCon in Oaks, PA, which is just, all kinds of cool old toys and everything. And I've been really getting into the Cybertron or the Unicron trilogy, and I found a figure I've been really wanting. I found Energon Sharkticon. And I mean, most of the Energon figures are kind of crap, but I've been really getting into some of the Decepticons. And this guy he's in alt mode, and he's like a battleship shaped like a shark, and I think that alt mode just looks sweet and slick. I kind of love it.
It's a guy, it's
and
missiles?
Also, it does that. He was in package.
Oh, shit.
He was mint in package.
You
and I got a
opened it?
sweet deal on it. Oh, God, yeah.
It's not a real collector.
I don't care. I want to play with my toys. But yeah, he's got his missiles.
Cool.
Because the thing splits open and they're in there. So, and this guy is solid. This is like a hefty deluxe feeling toy. I love this. And he's just cool. Speaking of hefty figures, the next one, Cybertron figure. I kind of got one I've been having a lot of trouble finding. Kinda. It's not the original, but it's a recolor, but he is complete. I got Wingblade.
Nice.
To go on my Cybertron Optimus. So it's not Wing Saber, it's the movie Toys R Us exclusive Wingblade. But he is 100% complete. And I got a heck of a deal on him. And also, because I do this every time, he's got lights and sounds! Because I love it. This guy's great. And actually, I had a spare Galaxy Force Optimus Prime. He doesn't have his trailer or anything, so Wingblade can go on him, and my normal Cybertron Prime keeps his trailer and everything. So now I can have 2. But that was really cool transformation. And the last one I've got, this is all thanks to Editor Mike. He reached out to me after the last show I was on and said, "Hey, you mentioned you were looking for this thing, and is it this?" I said, "Yeah," and we made a deal and some trade. He had, with the box and everything, the Perfect Effect Jinrai figure that goes in the Power Master Optimus Prime. So wow. I showed off last time that I had gotten the stickers for my God Jinrai, and Editor Mike had this, and we made a deal, so I've now got the Jinrai to go inside of it.
I remember sourcing that for Mike.
Really?
Yeah.
He just admitted, he's like, I don't really have a place for it anymore, and if you need it. So I made a trade with him, and I love it. This is so cool, and he fits right in, and you can't even tell he's in there once he's all combined up, but, that's fine. I know there is a tiny...
he's there.
There's a tiny little Prime in there, and that's what I want. The only bad part is I don't have the upgrade that replaces the head on God Jinrai with the light-up eyes and gives him the little Power Master, and now I want that, so I have them all.
Yeah.
So
that'll cost
I have
you.
problems.
That's an expensive one.
I know. I think this was the one I really wanted, and this one was, I couldn't even find it anywhere. Like, even on eBay, I just never saw it pop up. So
no, they all went really fast. I got lucky and pre-ordered both of them for myself.
Yeah, I think at the time I didn't have all the pieces, so I wasn't sure if I was going to even be able to use the upgrade sets, but Yeah, so shout out to Mike. He did a great thing for me, and I really, really appreciate that. So thank you, Editor Mike. But not all I got this week, but all I'm going to show off. I'll save the rest for next time.
Okay, Daryl, you got the coveted anchor position, so you better make it count.
I'm back in my saddle. It's so nice. All right. I saved some stuff. I saved some stuff for this particular show because I knew that Dr. Pants was going to be on, and I had to show it
You
off.
have to step up your game.
Yeah. So I'm going to start off with some shit, but I thought it was, it's fun. They're fun transformations, but they're shit. So this is Cybertron Run Amok, and he's cool. He's fun, but he's a fun little transformation. And I like this car because it's got the little flip out like gun, at the back, and he's got a cyber key that you can push in, and everything kind of pops out. Right? He's a cool little car that has a couple little gimmicks, and they're fun. Along the same token, this is
Runabout
Armada Sideswipe.
Oh, God.
So this is the same mold. He's got a little Minicon motorcycle at the back, and I don't think there's a button to do it on this one, but he's got weapons though. There's a couple weapons here. Those are cool, and he's the same mold, but a little different. This one I picked up specifically because Dr. Pants had mentioned it. This is Energon Mirage.
Yeah!
And
he's a cool figure.
He's just an awesome boat. Boaty McBoatface. Yeah, he's big and he's chunky and he's a boat with 4 big freaking cannons, and he's awesome. So yeah, I picked him up. And yeah, it's just a big ass boat. He's fun.
Do the lights and sounds work on yours?
Where's the button for that? I honestly
it's right on top where the missiles on the front are. There's that clear bar. There's a button. There's a switch you pull back near there.
Nope.
Might have to replace the batteries.
Yeah, probably do. I don't care. All right. Now we're getting into some good stuff. All right. So I came across something that was mislabeled, and was mislabeled as just a G2 figure. I can see how it would have been done, but it's not. This is a Robot Masters figure. And this is R-Blade.
Ooh. This
is one of those G2 Cyberjet looking things, but dressed up like Jetfire. And he goes by R-Blade. It's worth a lot more than just one of those little Cyberjet figures. So he's fun. And yeah, he looks, I saw it and I was like, is that a little mini Jetfire? Then I did a little quick Google, and it's R-Blade.
That's really cool. I love the Cyberjets. I thought those molds were fun.
They are fun. Okay, so now we get into the stuff that makes me withhold my grasp on the biggest Beast Wars fan of the show. All right. I don't expect any of you to know this figure. Maybe you will. I didn't even know that it was a Beast Wars figure until I kind of saw it, and I thought, what is that? This is Beast Wars' second Moon.
That palled around with the AI in Beast Wars second, the AI girl who was there with him.
Mm-hmm. Do you have one?
I don't, but I know what it is at least. I do know.
I have it. I have one.
Yeah.
Daryl, I have $200.
All right. Moving on to the next one. This is just a recolor of an original Beast Wars figure, but I thought, you know what? He looks cool, and I liked the original one. This guy's name is simple. He's just called Bump, but he's the Takara version of, or sorry, not the Takara version. What is he here? Beast Wars Neo version of Armadillo. So he's red instead of orange.
Cool.
Neat.
Okay, he's fun.
Armadillo.
I like Armadillo.
Yeah. This one here, this is also a recolor of just a regular one. This is, they call him Crazy Bolt from Beast Wars Neo. And he is the recolor of...
Iguanus.
Iguanus.
Iguanus was my first Beast Wars figure. I love that figure.
Really? There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
I have
cool.
fond memories of that figure. He's cool.
Daryl, I think we're changing your designation. You're the number one Japanese Beast Wars fan on the podcast.
Now I want to fight him. But I don't have the money.
The next one here is a figure that I've actually been looking for a while, and this one, it happened to fall into my lap, and I bought it. This is Beast Wars Neo Break.
Oh God! Oh, this is the shelliest of shell formers.
It is the little penguin dude. So
Yep.
there he is. He's super shelly, but that's Beast Wars Neo Break for you. Yeah, the transformation, I've done it once. The whole thing turns sideways, and they roll the legs over top of himself. This guy's tall, but he's fun, and I didn't really plan on getting him. But this guy's also from Beast Wars Neo. What's his name again? I saw it. Yeah, there it is. Long Rack.
Oh, I love Long Rack.
Long Rack is pretty fun. I've transformed it a couple times. And the kneecap missiles are insane. They fire like crazy. Like you touch it and it's like a hair trigger. So I've learned that if I transform it, I have to take these kneecap missiles out. But he is awesome. And the tongue sticking out of the face is the wildest thing. And you can push the tongue in and the eyes move.
Oh my God.
They didn't have to do that, but they did. And this is not the reissue. They reissued this figure, and in it they took out the spring-loaded gimmick on it. This is not that. It is fully spring-loaded still, and is very awesome. So,
was there ever a Toys R Us recolor of that into Jeffrey?
No.
If not, that'd be a missed opportunity.
It should have been.
Too bad Jeffrey's dead.
I think the only Long Rack we got was the Cybertron version.
I think
that was a digger.
Yeah.
And he came packaged with Run Amok.
Oh.
So.
And this last one here, I'm not showing off what I bought today at the show I was at, but this is the last one. It's also from Beast Wars Neo. This is one that I always hoped to be able to find. Glad that I did. I hope to be able to fix part of it because it doesn't work, but I'm not upset if I can't. This is Heinrad.
When you showed the other one, I was like, I wonder if you were
that's
going
right.
to show one.
That's what I thought you were going to. What's broken on him?
The clock. It doesn't work.
Oh, the clock doesn't work.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
The testicles, those are broken.
those are the testicles down here, and they are
He hasn't stopped touching.
robot testicles. And he's got his notes and his sake, and he's got a missile. I got one missile. He is missing one of his two missiles. But essentially you assemble both of these things together, put the missile in, and you've got a gun. Like that's how you give him his gun. And I have transformed this guy, and he looks great. Yeah. But yeah, Heinrad. I've always kind of, when I found out who this character was, and that like if you know anything about this character, he has the ability to stop time, but he's lazy and doesn't use it for anything. I'm like, this is the greatest character in all of Transformers. He has the best, most powerful ability, but uses it for bullshit. Like, I love this guy. So yeah, Heinrad, and he's just awesome. Yeah, just a great character.
Yeah, do you think the clock thing is just a battery?
I put a new battery in,
just,
and it still didn't move. So I'm wary of disassembling it, but I'm a technician, so I'll just take this thing apart, see how it's ticking, and then maybe I might need to resolder something or not. But there's no like battery wear or acid or anything like that. That's kind of leakage, but it
could be a spring or something.
Could be something. I mean, it could be really easy or it could be just really difficult. But it's Heinrad, the fucking drunken raccoon dog guy with his balls hanging out.
It is Tanuki.
He's got his balls hanging out.
Well, that's a Tanuki thing. They're special. They're important.
He's awesome. So
somehow that detail is left out of Mario Tanuki in the Super Mario Brothers 3.
But strangely enough, I'm pretty sure their testicles is why they can fly, and Mario can fly, but not because of his testicles.
Anyway, that's it. That's all I have.
And that'll do it for this week's Trips to the Store.
We now return to the Transmissions Podcast.
We're back from our trips to the store, and we will move on to convention news.
All right, we have an exclusive for TFCon Baltimore. The Chosen Prime is going to be having an exclusive that is New Age Pistolonics. This will be $75. It is a black variant of what Daryl? What's the original figure? Is it still Pistolonics or something different?
Oh, Megatron.
Well, the New Age toy. What is their Megatron colored one?
I got it.
Maybe I should ask the toy guy, Dr.
I gotta look it up.
Okay.
It's one of those Latin names, man. I don't know that off the top of my head.
It was Agamemnon.
Okay. It's an Egyptian name.
Greek,
sorry.
Latin.
Yeah.
Greek.
You should know it then.
But yeah, whatever. But anyway, I just am asking because the TFW story just mentions it's a variant and doesn't say what it is. So it's their fault. But anyway, this is a black variant of Agamemnon. I can't even say it. Agamemnon.
You can't say it and you wanted me to remember it?
Yeah. Yeah. So it looks really cool, though. It comes with, looks like a mace, a pistol, looks like the Keys Vector Sigma, a bunch of hands, and it's a black pistol with a brown hand grip, notably no orange tip. I'm guessing he's going to be packaged in robot mode, but if you want to get a Megatron that kind of resembles the original comic version with like the black helmet and stuff, you can check this out. Looks pretty good. So that is all we got this week for convention news. But if you stick around the alt mode, we'll be talking about the Ontario Collector Con that Daryl went to this last weekend, and some of the precautions that they had in place, and just his experiences going back among the people and how that went. That is all for convention news this week.
And we will finish up the show with feedback. And we've just got a couple of comments. First, on our YouTube video for Trips to the Store, episode 453. So that's last week's Trips to the Store. We have a comment from God Ravage, who enjoys our slip-ups. So, yeah, I think I was talking about my figure quick switch, then I somehow crossed it to 6-shot, and that became 6 shit. So it was funny. And then Commander Crap, I forget what that was referencing, but God Ravage appreciated it. So
Commander Class.
So happy to amuse you, God Ravage. That's what we're here for.
You can thank Daryl for not editing anything.
Actually, this is on the video for the regular show, not the Trips to the Store segment.
Oh,
okay. There you go.
Well, then you can thank Mike for his editing skills.
And one more comment. So this comes on Twitter. This is from Twitter user NBA Forever. And they sent us a video from the Transformers Headmasters cartoon that displays the Fortress Maximus, the Headmaster transforming the head and the sword, pulling the sword out And he basically, they say, I think this should explain a lot. There's also an image of the head on that stand inside the Fort Max body in flight mode. So all the things we were curious about from the headmaster, the Cerebros figure that we looked at last week, NBA Forever solves the mystery for us with a clip from the headmaster's cartoon. So thank you for cluing us in there.
Maybe we should watch the Headmasters show.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've watched like 1 or 2 episodes and reviewed them, but yeah.
Yeah, we watched the goofy dub version. We should probably watch the proper one, with the subtitles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got the Shop Factory release of that. I didn't get the other series. But I haven't made it very far in the series.
Yeah, it's worth reading. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the stuff that's getting done right now in Transformers references, these Japanese series. So, it might be, good for us to, know the stuff.
Not just talk out of our ass.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a radical
when I'm here,
approach.
I know some stuff.
Well, we're going to require you to talk out of your ass more than Dr. Pants.
Oh, I'm good at that. I made a career out of that.
You're a teacher.
Yeah. Are you saying your teachers never talked out of their ass?
As I got older, I realized that's what they were probably doing.
And with that, I think we'll wrap up this episode of Transmissions. This week, we've got a lot of Masterpiece Donatrons to give shout-outs to, so thank you so much to John 4X11 Good, Dinobot Maximize, Demon Tech 82, and Curtis. You are amazing, awesome people. Thank you guys so much for continuing to support us at the highest level. Also, if you are not able to support us as a Donatron, that's no problem, but we would encourage you to get some shirts from TeePublic. We've got lots of cool shirts and masks and other merchandise at our TeePublic store, transmissionspodcast.com/shop. And TFCon is coming up very soon, so maybe you want to get some Transmission swag to show off when you're at the con and let them know who you're representing.
Masks are great.
Yeah, everyone's got to wear a mask, so we've got plenty of masks.
Why not wear ours?
Yeah. And Dr. Pants, thank you again for joining us this week. Why don't you tell everyone where they can find your awesome work online?
Thank you as always for having me. You can find my stuff and my friend's stuff all at nerdstradamus.com. Most of our stuff is on our YouTube channel, which is Nerdstradamus. Go check it out. And if you want to, join us on Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time around then. We're typically streaming and we're live, so come chat with us.
I did.
You did! Daryl joined us a week and a half ago. Nice.
Well, Dr. Pants, if you're streaming Metroid Dread this week, I might be able to tune in. Let me know if that happens.
I think that's the plan. We'll see. Sadly, my co-host has a wedding, which might ruin some things, but we're going to try and stream, hopefully that. We'll let you know.
All right. Although maybe I won't tune in because then I'll spoil myself. So maybe I should avoid that and just watch it later.
They're always up there to watch.
Yeah. Okay, everyone. Thanks again for listening as always, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Later.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Transmissions. If you'd like to join the conversation, travel to our Discord channel at transmissionspodcast.com/Discord. Want some cool Transmission swag? Feast your eyes on our Transmissions gear at transmissionspodcast.com/shop. If you'd like to support our podcast, go to transmissionspodcast.com/support or tell your friends about our show. We'll see you next time.
Got it?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Jeremy's throat clear was exactly at 5 seconds.
It does. Yeah. Almost like I planned that.
Okay, so we go to the thingy.
Yes. It's like, no. There are things on here I want no part of my work involved in.
Sexy things? My friend like that is Jeremy.
Yeah, Jeremy.
Hey, we were not going to talk about that anymore.
Jeremy doesn't curse, but it's nonstop porn in the Discord all the time.
Which channel is that? I think I'm missing that one.
Everyone's listening.
Everyone's super high energy.
Clearly.
Computer, are you ready?
I'm ready when you are.
Okay, she hesitated a bit, but
I know. I was worried. I've been out of town. Who knows what Alexa's been up to? Throwing parties and stuff while I was gone.
And I missed my chance. I owe you a Coke.
Does that go for all of us? Do we all get a Coke?
Just a Coke?
Sure.
Okay. Seems like pretty low stakes, but all right.
What if it's a cherry Coke? Does that make it better? Because I could go for cherry Coke.
I really do like cherry Coke better.
I'd be fine if it's Mexican Coke, so it has real sugar.
Oh, I do love Mexican Coke.
Can I get Guatemalan Coke? Because it's not
What's
a
the
drink.
difference?
It's not a drink.
Oh. Oh, that kind of Coke.
All right, Dr. Pants, here we fucking go.
All right. Oh, I'm going to post what that package was like in the Discord and stuff tomorrow when it shows up. It's a big boy.
That's what she said.
You got a big package coming?
Oh, I have a huge package coming. Damn right.